Madam District Attorney Sandra Doorley and Sheriff Todd Baxter. These are two appearance tickets that are a disgusting, vile, and disgraceful abridgment of my civil and constitutional rights. Harassment second, written by Andrew Reale. I go to the now defunct PW Fitness in Penfield, across from the Wegmans on Penfield Road. I'm at the back of the gym. And up walks to me the gym's psychopath, Jermaine Benman. Jermaine Benman is the gym's psychopath because he screams when he uses the weights. And I'm on the machine. I just completed the second set of 10. I do 3 sets of 10, 30 seconds in between. Benman looks at me, and he goes like this, and he says nothing. I never allow the gym psychopath to tell me what to do with the gym. So I say to Benman, I will be 30 seconds, and I lean back to continue the exercise. Benman walks up to me, he stands over me, and I begin to rise up to ask him what he's doing, and I can see his shorts in my face, and I can see the outline of his small penis. And as I'm about to ask him, what are you doing? He punches down violently like this, and my head snaps back. My hand prevents me from landing on the floor. And what I did not do, and what I should have done, is kick Benman in the balls, grab him by the throat, and started a fight right there and kicked his ass. Because I can't handle myself still at my age at 54. But I didn't do that. Because I believe for 30 years that violence is not the answer to anything. But that day, violence should have been the answer. Because it would have prevented what I'm about to tell you. A witness calls the Monroe County Sheriff. I walk outside with Jermaine Benman, and Andrew Reale is outside. And he tells me to wait inside his vehicle. I do, and I'm sitting in the back seat. I'm watching Todd Baxter's public employee, who I still don't know the salary for, I'm going to get to that, talk to Jermaine Benman because Andrew Reale, Monroe County Sheriff employee, is coaching Jermaine Benman what to say because he's going to ring me up on harassment second. He's in the process of doing this by talking to Benman while I sit in the back seat of Andrew Reale's vehicle. So Benman walks over to the side of my vehicle with Reale standing next to him, and Jermaine Benman says to me, quote, I want to press charges against you. And I'm in disbelief. And I say to him, for what? You just attacked me at the gym. Or words along those lines. So when I exit the vehicle, I'm handed a ticket. This is Andrew Reale's handwriting for harassment second. So Sheriff Baxter and Madam District Attorney Sandra Doorley, how am I harassing anyone when Jermaine Benman's fist is on my jaw? How am I harassing anyone in the back seat of Andrew Reale's vehicle? How am I committing any crime that reaches the level of harassment second? How am I committing any crime at all? Why hasn't Andrew Reale been fired, Todd Baxter? So, I moved to 26 Sanders Farm Drive in 2012 with beautiful, perfect Laura from Webster. And she has known me for 30 years, going back to when I was in the 2nd Squadron, 17 Cavalry, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And Laura knows that I have never harassed anyone, that it's not in my character, my dignity, my integrity. She knows. When someone knows you for 30 years, they know exactly who you are, especially when you live together and you love each other. Especially her, because there's no one like her in the whole universe. So, there's no grass cutting going on alongside our residents in 2012 ever. And there's no business called Consumer Insights at 2025 Penfield Road, and the 2041 Penfield Road is Dr. Gloria Nichols. She's a dentist. So, we go to Lollipop Farm Humane Society and we adopt a dog, a Shih Tzu. We're both interviewed. And when we're both interviewed, you have to establish character to adopt. And I'm assuming that they did a background check on us both. And what they would find if they did is no arrests, no criminal history on either one of us. So Laura and I are approved and we adopt this dog, a Shih Tzu. And his name at the time was Alex. And when they told me his name is Alex, Laura smiled. Because when I was a United States Senate staffer in the Russell Senate office building, I worked with an attorney named Alex, and no dog of mine is going to be named Alex. So I named him after the champion boxer Ray Mancini, otherwise known as Boom Boom, because my wonderful little guy is a champion. So every day I would exit the residence here, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, and you can see the residence when you drive down Penfield Road to the Wegmans Food Market's headquarters of Sheriff Baxter and his food headquarters, because he always has two of his badge wearing, gun carrying, Barney Fife jokes alongside the building doing nothing. So I go walk my dog along the strip of land to get the land behind my residence that has no ownership. No one owns this land. There's no grass cutting. I'm walking my dog like I always do, and I walk through the parking lot past 2041 Penfield Road to get to the sidewalk to go down to T-Bank, Target, Wegmans, everywhere else I want to go, Cam's Pizza. That's what I do. It's just a normal, ordinary day. I walk my dog and walk through the parking lot. My neighbors walk through the parking lot all day long. It is a parking lot. Do you understand me? A parking lot. Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah. And what country do you live in, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah? Where's the United States of America located on a map, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah? Tell me. Huh? Because this here is not a title. So I'm walking my dog every day on land you don't own and can't prove you own. And when I called the Monroe County Office of Real Property, Timothy Murphy, he couldn't confirm that you own this land alongside and behind my house. So you don't have the documentation. Monroe County Office of Real Property can't confirm that you own the land. And when I'm demanding it from you, I'm sending you certified mail, registered receipt for you to prove you own this land, you're returning it to me. Prove you own that land. What's that say right there? Next to your name. Certified mail. So you got to sign for that. It says refused. That says refused, Neeraj Shah. You got that? You know why it says refused? Because what do you think this is? This proves you own jack, baby. So, Neeraj Shah doesn't want to open his mail in Crazy Town. How about you, Layla Kumar? Oh, what's that say? That says refused. Prove you own that land. Oh, there we go, Layla Kumar again. Return to sender. You don't want to. You're terrified to open up your mail from me. Oh, here we go. Refused again from Layla Kumar. All right, change it again to Neeraj in Crazy Town. All right, then here we go again, and Neeraj return to sender. What are you doing? Cutting grass on land you don't own and you can't prove you own. You're here at 7 o'clock in the morning. You tractor riding dunce. This guy missing his front teeth that only knows 2 words in the English language. When he's here at 7 a.m. on a Sunday, this member of the Algonquin Roundtable, he only knows one phrase. He says, fuck you. When you say to him, what are you doing here at 7 a.m. on a Sunday? Fuck you. Do you know you're cutting grass that has no ownership at 7 a.m. on a Sunday? Fuck you. Do you know Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah don't own that land because this is not documentation that proves land ownership? Fuck you. So I walked through the parking lot one day, and Elliot Roth of this business, Consumer Insights, is outside, and he says to me, "You're going to be arrested." And I have no idea what he's talking about. What does he mean I'm going to be arrested? I think the guy's mentally ill. You should go see, Nurse Mildred Ratchet somewhere and get a big shot, get a big needle, because what the hell is he talking about? I'm getting arrested. I don't get it. Well, that's because I'm walking through the parking lot and Neeraj Shah sees me. And he's screaming at me inside his vehicle, going totally berserk, going nuts, losing his mind, doing the full Mel Gibson. He doesn't exit his vehicle, this whack job, just to talk to me. And so I go up to him, I say, what's the problem? He refuses to get out of his vehicle. And that's when he goes to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And the Monroe County Sheriff does what? What do you do? What do you do there at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? What do you do, Deputy Meyer? What do you do, Todd Baxter? What do you do, Andrew Reale? What do you do, Kathleen Miller? What do you do, Michael Rather, the double dipper? What do? You put a what? A surveillance device on the building of 2025 Penfield Road to see if I walk through the parking lot. And this is the lunatic fringe. And when I describe the lunatic fringe, it's your lunatic fringe. Because this device is to monitor when I set one big toe in the Holy Roman Todd Baxter parking lot. So what you're going to do, you're telling civilians that you're going to descend on me. Elliot Roth, what's in this envelope? I want to know who told him I'm going to be arrested. Who told you I was going to be arrested, Elliot? You refuse to open your mail. You're afraid to open your mail from me. Despite the fact that I'm spending money on this, baby. You owe me $685, Elliot. You don't want me a check and send me $685. Because if a whack job from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office said to me that somebody was going to be arrested, I would know the name of this taxpayer-subsidized whack job. So, Elliot, you got my email. So tell me, who told you, Elliot, baby, I was going to be arrested? Who told you about this vile descent on my civil and constitutional rights for walking through a parking lot? Walking through a parking lot. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense there in Crazy Town, huh? Walking through a parking lot. So, what you did, Todd Baxter, is you told the toothless tractor rider, get on your tractor, go by his house, and when he comes out of his house, you're going to have a civilian. His name is Steve Desmond, and he works for Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. So you're telling a civilian, Elliot Roth, you're going to descend on me. And then you're using this civilian, Steve Desmond, to get to my house. You're concocting criminal contempt for me. Because you know I'm going to come out of my house and I do it again. Should not be on land you don't own and can't prove you own. So you told this character, with his missing front teeth and his ZZ Top hair and his long beard, he should be singing Sharp Dressed Man when he's on his tractor riding by my house on land that Layla Kumar and Nayron Shah don't own and can't prove they own. So he comes by and I see my car, so I'm outside for 30 seconds and I'm on the what? What am I on? The camera surveillance device you bought for me. And I say they don't own that land. I go back in my house. 30 seconds. I'm going to say that again. I walk outside, I stand on Sandra's farm driveway, and I say, they don't own that land. I come back in my house. And I'm on video. How is that a crime in demented, delusional, psychotic Baxter world? That's how you ring me up. So I go back and I sit down on my couch, and I see Deputy Whackjob Meyer, who spoke on the phone for an hour. And what I don't know is she's writing a warrant for my arrest. And she has this bizarre, oddball way of talking and speaking and communicating. Have you noticed that, Michael Radler, Kathleen Miller, W Today on S.L. Birdie? Do you notice the way Deputy Meyer talks? Because she doesn't acknowledge anything that's said to her. This woman has emotional, psychiatric issues that need to be looked into. Because as I'm talking, she's not acknowledging anything that I say. She would ask me a question and I would answer it, and she didn't understand the answer. And this woman, this whack job, is writing a warrant for my arrest for walking through a parking lot I've walked through 4,000 times that my neighbors walked through. So, the toothless tractor rider comes by my house. You know I'm going to come outside my house. Your panorama trail whack jobs know I'm going to come outside my house. That sergeant knows I'm going to come outside my house. Should not be on land you don't own and can't prove you own. I'm going to say that again. Should not be on land, Nayron Shah, that you don't own and can't prove you own. Go outside. I'm outside for 30 seconds. They don't own that land. I come back in, and that's when I see Deputy Whackjob Meyer fall down on her face in my backyard. There she is laying in my backyard dirt. And I hear the pounding on my door. I go to the door, I open, and the first language I ever hear from a Monroe County Sheriff employee to me is a lie. We just want to talk to you outside. It's a lie. I go outside on my front lawn. My neighbor Adam's outside. My neighbor across the street is watching this, and I'm surrounded on my front lawn by your 6 fanatics. 6 of you are here. 6. And the sergeant takes my wrist, puts it behind the back, and I'll go to handcuffs. What crime did I commit, Todd Baxter? How is this criminal contempt? How is that criminal contempt to go outside and say they don't own that land and come back inside my house? How does that meet any standard of criminality? So, tell me, Todd. Tell me. You know what you're drinking too much of, Todd? You and your fellow fanatics. You are drinking too much Kool-Aid at Jonestown at 130 Plymouth Avenue South. This is the official beverage of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Todd, do you know how to make that cherry? Because this cherry looks super delicious. You know, I don't drink Kool-Aid because I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker like you, baby. But this cherry looks super delicious here. All right, I know that's your favorite. That's why I got cherry for you. Because, I hope you're drooling on yourself looking at your Kool-Aid here in your Jonestown. All right? Now, I'm demanding public information from you, Madam District Attorney Sandra, Doorley, and Sheriff Todd Baxter. Why do you think you exist? Why do you think you exist in Monroe County? It is because of taxpayer dollars and the taxpayer of Monroe County in New York State. Without taxpayer dollars, you don't exist. Freedom of Information Law. Quote, public employee payroll for Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. That's it. The public employee payroll for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. Send me your public employee payroll via regular mail or email. Freedom of Information Law. Public employee payroll for Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Why do you think you exist? With taxpayer dollars. Taxpayer dollars sustain your vile, revolting, nauseating existence at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. What is the name of the prosecutor in the nauseating Star Chamber Penfield Town Court before John Lomenzo? It says not one word, Sandra Doorley. Not one word, not one sound, not one syllable. Because I'm not guilty of any crime. How do I go to a jail when your prosecutor stands at that podium, Sandra Doorley, and says nothing? How does that happen, Sandra Doorley? How does it happen when your prosecutor stands at a podium and says not one word and I'm delivered to Monroe County Jail? How does that happen to me as an innocent man? What is her name, Sandra Doorley? Freedom of Information Law. Quote, cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars and affixed to a building in 2025 Penfield Road to monitor of Christopher Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive, walks through the parking lot next to the building. It's a camera I have photos of. The video image of me was on the phone of your public employee. When I use the phrase surveillance device, when I use those two words, a surveillance device is a surveillance device. If CIA Director Mike Pompeo uses the phrase surveillance device, it's a surveillance device. If Mike Pompeo says surveillance device, guess what it is? A surveillance device, a camera. And I was on it, and it was on the phone of your public employee because you're trying to nail me to a wall for walking through the parking lot with a camera. It's your freak show. I'm describing your freak show. Freedom of Information Law. The names and charges of every inmate at Monroe County Jail from January 1, 2018 to December 31, 2018. It's a public facility. What are the names of the individuals there? I want the name, the charge, as I want to talk to these people. I want to talk to Bob. I'm going to tell you who Bob is. Bob is 80 years old. And when I was deposited in your inferno as an innocent man, I couldn't eat the food. Because the food is a disgusting concoction. And Bob would bring me food because he knew I couldn't eat it. And he got into, as he explained to me, a domestic situation with his live-in girlfriend. And there was apparently some violence. I don't know from him or her, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's an innocent man too, and he's being rung up on fake, phony, fraudulent charges. So that's why 80-year-old Bob is there. So I'm telling you about 80-year-old Bob, because you got 80-year-old Bob in there with the 25-year-old gang members. Why do you have an 80-year-old man in there that's essentially at the mercy of a gang member that doesn't speak English, by the way? How come you don't have Bob housed in a separate area away from the gang members and the other violent criminals and the sociopaths? Freedom of Information Law. The cost for a trip to Atlanta, Georgia for Monroe County Sheriff employee Ryan Fisher to attend the Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia was Canine Dog Lola on February 3rd, 2019. Why are you sending Ryan Fisher out of Monroe County, out of New York State, to a football game? It's a football game. It does not matter that this is the most famous football game in the history of football games. It's a football game. It's the same football game that I've seen played at Penfield High School. What is Ryan Fisher doing at a football game? Tell me, how much did you pay Todd Baxter to send public employee Ryan Fisher to a football game? How much was his plane ticket? How much was his hotel? How much did it cost to care and feed for his dog Lola? FOIL, otherwise known as an application access records. Cost: taxpayers of Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter suspended taxpayer dollars to settle employment-related discrimination lawsuits for failure to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. If Sheriff Todd Baxter has expended taxpayer dollars to settle sexual harassment-related lawsuits, then that is an indictment of what I already know. That it's in a disgusting, appalling environment at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. So, Sheriff Baxter, what's the answer? If the answer is no, the answer is no. If the answer is no, I have not used taxpayer dollars to settle sexual harassment-related lawsuits under Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Then the answer is no. If the answer is yes, then then I'm in business, baby. Because if the answer is yes, then what are the circumstances of it? Now, what is sexual harassment? Because it has 1,000 different definitions. Sexual harassment is a man. And it's usually a man. So I'm going to use the man as the perpetrator of this crime. It's a man asking a woman out on a date over and over and over and over. And the answer from her is no, and no, and no, and no, and no, I don't want to go out with you. No, it's never. I can't even stand to look at you. I don't like your face. I don't like anything about you. You're not handsome. I hate the way you dress. You talk like a slob. You're a pig. The people you hang out with are revolting. The answer is no. I don't want anything to do with you. All right, and stop emailing me on Facebook, too, because I told you no at the office, and you contacted me on Facebook, all right? So it's no, Monroe County Sheriff employee whack jobs. The answer is no, leave me alone. See how that works with sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is a man putting his hands on a woman at the office, on parts of her body. A man should never have his hands on a woman at the office. Now, that doesn't meet the definition of a rape, of course. But if a man is constantly touching a woman at the office on her body, then that is harassment. I don't want anybody ever putting their hands on me. I don't care who It is. I don't care if it's Jennifer Lawrence. Keep your hands off me, Jennifer, sweetheart. Leave me alone. I don't want anybody touching me ever. And if I'm being touched constantly at the office, hypothetically, then I'm eventually going to reach the point where you're harassing me. So, sexual harassment is a man who cannot control the way he speaks around women. And he's using profane and vile language around a woman at the office, and it's usually about sex. And it's about other disgusting things. And if you're constantly talking in such a vulgar manner at the office, then it makes it impossible for that person to have a normal work environment to do a job. Freedom of Information Law, application access records. The cost of taxpayers. Monroe District Attorney Sandra Doorley has expended taxpayer analysis on employment-related discrimination lawsuits for failure to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Do you need further clarification about what I'm demanding from you, Madam District Attorney? What's the climate in the Monroe County District Attorney's Office at 47 South Fitzhugh Street in Rochester? You're supposed to enforce and uphold the law in the District Attorney's Office. And I want to know if you have people in the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in contravention of state and federal law. That's what I want to know. That's what I demand to know. Is the answer yes or is the answer no? And you know what? If you refuse to answer, that's a yes. Excuse me, Madam District Attorney, I have your official portrait here, and here you are, and it adorns the wall at your offices there at 47 South Fitzhugh Street in Rochester. Here you are, Madam District Attorney, and I love your powdered wig that you have on your head here, sweetheart. I mean, you're gazing off into the, I don't know, the nether reaches, the other world or something. What are you looking at here, Madam District Attorney, with your powdered wig? Here, you got your book in your hand. Is that a book? Is that Black's Law Dictionary you have in your hand? Because if that's a law dictionary, you know what you're going to do? You're going to put that in your office shredder, Madam District Attorney. Here, and you got a big ring on your finger. I mean, what is with that ring? There, Madam District Attorney, and you got your little necklace here, what's going on here? I mean, Carl Steinbach, if Madam District Attorney needs some assistance here at the office, Kyle, baby, did you go run up to her and help her out? If she wants a cup of coffee or her nails done or something with a powdered wig, Kyle, do you go and help out District Attorney Sandra Doorley here? Perhaps if, she needs a new dress, do one of you at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office go and get her a new dress? So that's what I want to know. So, now, Sheriff Baxter, I'm very concerned about one of your employees, or rather several of your employees that you have at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. And since you've been to my house 30 times, because of the parking lot next to my house, because 17.9 million people can walk through the Holy Roman Todd Gate Baxter parking lot and not get arrested. But if I walk through the Holy Roman Todd Gate Baxter parking lot and add to the 4,000 times I'll be arrested, where's my 14th Amendment right to equal protection of the law? So your employees that have been to my house, I have photos of them. Your Monroe County Sheriff employees that have been here. And here is Monroe County Sheriff employee Travis Bickle, okay? And he has the Todd Baxter mohawk going here, all right? He's got the Todd Baxter shades going on here, and he's got a button here that says, vote for Todd Baxter because he's a whack job like me, all right? And he told me, Travis Bickle told me that he is obsessed with 12-year-old prostitute Iris Steensma, and he's going to go assassinate her pimp Sport. All right, so before this happens, Travis already told me how he's going to assassinate Iris's pimp Sport. So I'm telling you, Todd, that this is a crime in progress. He's thinking about this right now. He's sitting around in his apartment in Rochester saying, "Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Because I don't see anybody else here. Who do you think you're talking to? That's what your employee, Travis Pickle, is doing right now. Because he's saying, I'm standing here. I'm standing here. Make a move. Make a move. I'm standing here. Are you talking to me? Are you talking? That's what he's saying, Todd. So I'm very concerned about your Monroe County Sheriff Office employee, Travis Pickle. You need to call him into your office and counsel him. He needs some anger management issues. All right? Now, Todd, I'm also concerned about another Monroe County sheriff employee. This is Monroe, and he's been to my house too. He's one of the whack jobs that have been to my house. And this is Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Hannibal Lecter. Okay, you see now, Todd, you had to affix this mask to the face of Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Hannibal Lecter because he's a cannibal, Todd. He likes to eat other people. All right, so that's why you had to affix this device to his head. All right, and he has a favorite meal, Todd, that you bring him. He likes to eat fava beans with a nice Chianti. Did you spend taxpayer dollars to buy fava beans and a nice Chianti for Monroe County Sheriff employee Hannibal Lecter? All right? And what the hell are you doing letting him out of Monroe County Jail? You let him escape. He's one of the inmates that you let escape from Monroe County Jail. How did you, Sheriff Baxter, allow Hannibal Lecter to escape from Monroe County Jail? What the hell's going on? You know, you let 8 months pregnant Aaliyah Burden escape from Strong, and now you're letting Hannibal Lecter escape from Monroe County Jail. Why can't you, Sheriff Baxter, prevent your inmates from escaping Monroe County Jail? Just like this inmate escaped. This inmate just escaped yesterday, all right? And it is just unreal, unbelievable that you're allowing these inmates to escape. And I have a picture of your latest escape. He was in the Democrat Chronicle. There's a story about this inmate, and it's a disgrace. I mean, he walked right out the front door. Here he is. This is Buddy, all right? Look at him. He's got that carrot. And he walked right out the front door of Monroe County Jail. You let Bugs Bunny escape from Monroe County Jail, and he had his carrot in his hand. And you know what he said as he walked out the door, right past your incompetent stooge at the front door? He said, "And what's up, Doc?" So you're letting Bugs Bunny get out of jail, Todd. All right? And you also let another inmate escape from Monroe County Jail. You let Annie Wilkes out after she got done torturing James Caan. Okay? How the hell did Annie Wilkes get out after she tortured James Caan? I'll tell you how she got out. It's very simple how she got out. She walked right by the Monroe County Sheriff Office employees at the front desk. These 3 employees were at the front desk at Monroe County Jail. Mo, Larry, and Curly. Annie Wilkes walked right by Monroe County Sheriff Office employees at your jail, Mo, Larry, and Curly. And you can see Mo is giving Curly the nose honk right there. So you need to tell your Monroe County Sheriff Office employees to stop giving the nose honk on the job. You got that, Todd, the fascist stooge? And also, Todd, I noticed when I ran this 5K at MCC and you had your whack job sitting around at the gym, and one of your 4 Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees doing an MCC at the gym after 5K. Why are they not out on the job? There they are standing around at the gym talking to each other in their uniforms. If they're in their uniforms, they're on taxpayer time. What are they doing at the gym at MCC? And I looked at this one guy, and he has the same appearance that so many of your public employees do. He's overweight. And you know why? Because he's eating too many of these Twinkies here. You see that? Your employees are eating too many Twinkies. That's why your employees have the weight problems. Because this little guy here, the seductive advertising, they're eating these Twinkies. You got that? So, Todd, this is my question about your whack jobs. What's the physical fitness program at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? I already know the answer. You don't have any physical fitness program. How do you keep your employees in shape? What happens if one of your public employees has to run after a criminal, a real criminal, not somebody like me? Because criminals, guess what they do when they see the police? Can you guess what the criminals like to do when they see the police? Todd, the fascist dudes, they like to run away. So your employees have to be in shape. When I was in the Army, there was the PT test. Push-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run. 300 points was perfect. Do you have a PT test? Do you have any type of physical training at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to keep your whack jobs in shape? I already know the answer. There's no training whatsoever. There's no run. There's no physical requirements. There's nothing. So, now, it is now November. First time I sent you Freedom of Information Law document for your public employee payroll is December 11, 2018. 11 months ago. For almost a year, nearly a year, I've been demanding your public employee payroll. Where is it? The reason why you refuse to send your public employee payroll to my home address or my email, Sheriff Baxter, is you know that your public employee payroll is your re-election defeat. I've handled a Freedom of Information Law document for a public employee payroll when I worked as U.S. Senate staffer and U.S. House staffer on Capitol Hill, and I worked for the Governor Majority Leader in Albany. And I disclosed. It was discussed among staff. You just don't hand out a payroll because there's going to be repercussions. And you know what's going to happen when your payroll is public for your 170 fanatics, and I'm relentless and I'm going to get it, is that your public employees are going to look at those names. Hypothetically, if all 170 of your employees, Sheriff Baxter, have the payroll and they're looking at it, every single one of them is going to see a name on there. And she's going to say, this guy's making $5,000 more than me. She's making $10,000 more than me. And there's going to be rage at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and resentment. Your entire existence is taxpayer dollars. And you are above the law. That's why you refuse to send your public employee payroll. For a year almost. 11 months now. I've been demanding it. And for 11 months, it's no, none of your business. Despite the fact that you descended on me with your taxpayer-subsidized whack jobs. This revolting, nauseating train wreck Deputy Meyer exists because of taxpayer dollars. This revolting, nauseating train wreck Andrew Reality exists because of taxpayer dollars. Those are the two names I want to see. I'm going to tell you again what it is. The public employee payroll for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. That's it. That's the document that compels you to send me your public employee payroll. And one name I want to see on there in particular is the name of the individual I'm demanding via email your public employee payroll from. And it's Michael Radler. Michael Radler was a public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for 20 years, and then he retired, and then he was rehired by you, Sheriff Baxter, as an assistant. Why? Because you're paying him off. You're paying off this double dipper Michael Radler. I have his 2 paychecks here. It's Michael Radler's 2 paychecks. Got him right there. You, Michael Radler, are a double dipper baby. You got that? Double dipper Michael Radler. And I'm in the process now of finding out exactly the legality of you, Michael Radler, being a double dipper. Because right now, I do not have enough information to reach a conclusion if you, Michael Radler, are in contravention of the law. It can be entirely legal for you to collect 2 paychecks. So I don't know. I thought I knew, and now I don't know. Because I'm not going to make such an accusation without knowing. So I don't know if Michael Radler is an illegal employee, but I know he's a sleazy and unethical employee because it's sleazy and unethical to collect 2 paychecks and gouge the taxpayer with 2 paychecks. If you ever had a real job, Michael Radler, why don't you get a real fucking job? Quote, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, letter from a Birmingham jail. You, Sheriff Todd Baxter, are a threat to justice everywhere. Resign.